Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Welcome again to our 15-minute podcast. Remember, we started this series of teaching 3 weeks ago, and today is the Friday of the third week, and I'm going to be concluding today being the Friday. Please go back to the past 2 weeks and this week episode so that you can get the whole message in a glance. Now, I want to continue from Luke 12 where we finished on Wednesday, because I'm going to be running up today. Listen, I've told you that the stewardship is about the money. The stewardship is that God is giving you his money to manage. The money in your hand is not your own, it's God's own. The job is not your job, it's God that gave you the job. Now that's why if you understand this stewardship, you will not need to bribe for job. In fact, you will not need to pray for long to have job. You will start becoming faithful and then expect God to open doors. I know people who have been praying for months for jobs. Do you know why they are praying for months for jobs? It's because they felt they needed this job to take care of themselves. That's why they've never gotten the job. Now listen to me. Stop praying for job. Do this thing I'm going to ask you to do. Know that you are a steward and you need to manage the resources for God. But do you know what? Be faithful in your tithing. If somebody dash you 1,000 naira, remove 100 naira and pay your tithe. If there is a ministry that have a need, they have a need of 1 million naira, but do you know what? Send them 200 naira that you have. Sorry, 2,000 naira that somebody dash you. In other words, you are telling God, God, you can trust me with money. You see, we can't talk about stewardship without talking about trust. We can't talk about stewardship without talking about trust. You are saying, God, they needed 1 million, but do you know what? I have only 2,000 naira. I will have used that 2,000 naira to buy myself a sandal, but they needed money. They need 1 million, but I don't have 1 million. So I'm going to give them 2,000 naira that I have. All the 2,000 naira that I have. Do you know what you have told God? You have told God, God, you can trust me with money. Now you don't need to pray for money. God will bring 5,000 naira, and God will want to see what you do with it. Now what you do with 5,000 naira will determine more money. In fact, when God begins to see your trust with money, God himself will create job for you. Because God can trust you with money. I've explained that from Luke 16:11. God will trust you with money. Now this is how this thing works in the church. This is how it works in the kingdom. This is what you need to understand. So we can't talk about stewardship without talking about trust. So you see, money is a commitment. It's not your money. It's commitment that God has committed to you, and God wants to see your faithfulness. More money does not answer to prayer. More money answers to faithfulness. Now, in Luke 16:12, it was not explaining it further. He said, and if you have not been faithful in that which is another man's, who shall give you that which is your own? Listen to this. I've always known that my own is with somebody. I've always known that my own is with somebody. Okay, I was just talking with my cameraman, and they said, okay, we need a camera that can do HDMI at the same time and record at the same time. And do you know what? And we found one that is going for 400,000 naira. Do you know what? I don't have 400,000 naira. Yes. You say, what? Yes, I don't have 400,000 naira. To me, that's a big money. But do you know what? In my account right now, I have 3,000 naira. Now, if I run into a preacher who have a need in his ministry, and they say, oh, we have a need for 1 million naira, but do you know what? We don't have the 1 million naira. I say, oh, wow, sorry, I don't have 1 million naira too. But do you know what? I have 3,000 in my account. So do you know what I do? I forward the 3,000 naira to him. Now God saw that I can be trusted with money. Now, that which is that man's, which is with me, I've let go. I've let go. Others also send money like that, and today the man has the 1 million naira to do what he needs to do to further the gospel of Christ. Do you know what? I've been faithful in that which is another man's. Do you know what? I'm no longer going to pray about the camera. I'm not going to pray about the camera. and give you that which is your own. Now somebody has 400,000 naira in his hand, and do you know what? He's going to release it to me because I have been faithful in that which is another man's. So as a ministry, I sow seed into other ministry that have needs. I sow seed into other ministry that sow seed. Not the way you understand seed sowing. I'm not sowing seed because I needed a camera. No. Even when I don't need a camera and I see a genuine ministry that have a need, we send them money. We send money to them. The other day, we don't need a building, we have a building. I have a minister that need to move out of where they are and move to their own permanent site because they're asking them to go. And they need to erect a temporary structure so that they can go inside there, and they have 2 weeks to do that. Do you know what? I asked God for seed. God gave me money. I asked for his account details and I sent him money. I don't need building, I have building. I don't have a need, I have building. He said, that is the right seed. That is the right seed. Are you listening to me now? Now, today, I need a camera of 400,000 naira. Because he can do HDMI, we can live stream, and then record at the same time. So he can do two things. This one can only do one thing. So that camera can do two things. But we need 400,000 naira for it. Do you know what? I'm not going to sow a seed towards 400,000 naira. No. I'm not going to do that. Because I have been faithful in that which is another man's. When he needed money to move his church away from where he was to a place, because they are giving them quick notice, and I said, no, you cannot go and preach the gospel inside the sun. It is rainy season. And they said, we need money. I said, yes. God, give me seed. God gave me seed. I sent money to them. I have another partner some few days ago who needed money to travel. But you see, he has been a faithful partner to me. He has given me money. But I discovered that he needed money. And I said, God, give me seed. Let me assist my partner. Do you know what? God gave me money. I called him. I said, I want to send you money. He said, oh no. He said, your wife just lost her in-law and she had to make money. I have to travel, and I know that you people needed money. I said, yes, we have settled that side, but I know that you will need money too. He said, yes, actually my son needs to graduate and we need to pay some money and we don't have it. I said, yes, I know it. God told me to send you this money. He said, actually yesterday I wanted to call you, but I said, no, you are in need of money, so I won't call you. I said, I'm shocked that God is telling you to send me money today. I said, that's the way it works. So I sent money to him. Did you see that? I didn't send money to him because we also needed money to travel. We have traveled, but I know inside of me that he will need money. Do you know? You see, that is the way God wants you to sow seed. A steward has a free hand. A steward does not sow seed into his own future because he knows that God has taken care of his future. He's only managing what God asked him to. God put in his trust, and then God bring more to him out of trust. So you see, more money does not answer to prayer. More money answer to your faithfulness. So I don't pray for money. I only stay faithful. As long as I'm faithful in that which is another man's, that which is my own is also released to me. Did you see now? I don't ask my need to be met by sowing a seed into it. No. I don't ask my need to be met by praying for it. No. I got my need met by asking God, where can I sow seed? God, what do you want me to do? The money I have in my hand is 3,000 naira. He cannot buy the camera. God, who has a need somewhere that I need to be faithful in their own? And God will say, give it to him. Now, when I give it to him, I go to bed and rest and sleep and make provision for the camera. I've talked with the guy that has the camera, and I told him that we'll buy the camera this week. Do you know what? I did that by faith. I did that knowing that the person who managed what I'm having now is not me, it's God. I'm holding it in trust. I'm only holding it in trust. So it is God that will organize for that 400,000 naira for the camera to come, not me. No, I'm not going to beg anybody for it. If God does not act, except God asks me to ask you, I won't ask. I won't ask you. The last one we got, God asked me to ask an individual. I asked, and he did. He gave it to us. Now this one is coming up now. God has not asked me to ask anybody. I'm not going to ask anybody. But do you know what? it's going to come. How do I know that? Because listen to me, we are faithful in that which is another, and that which is our own is coming to him. Now let me give you one more passage. Let me give you another one passage, and then we're going to begin to round up. So you can pray for seed. 2 Corinthians 9:10 from Easy Standard Version. It said, he who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will supply and multiply your seed for sowing and increase the harvest of your righteousness. Oh, I love this. Look at 2 Corinthians 9:10 says, he who supplies seed to the sower. So if you are a sower, you don't need to pray to God for money. You pray to God for seed. God doesn't give money, God gives seed. He who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will supply and multiply your seed for sowing and increase the harvest of your righteousness. So stop praying to God for money. No. Don't pray to God for money. God doesn't want you to come to him to pray for money. God already have the money for you. But do you know what? God is looking for your faithfulness. And I tell Christians, listen to me. The way you get your own need met is by meeting the needs of others. So that's what Luke 16:12 says. And if you have not been faithful in that which is another man, if you have not been, present continuous, if you have not been, so God is looking for those who have been faithful. And then we shall give you that which is own. So your own comes to you because you are faithful. You've been faithful in that which is another. Now let me give us our last verse, and this is beautiful. Luke 16:10-11. He says, he that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much, and he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. If therefore you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust the true riches. Now look at this. I'm going to be rounding up here now. He said, he that is faithful in that which is least, that which is least here is what verse 10 explained. He said, if therefore you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon. So the unrighteous mammon is the least. He said, if therefore you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon. Now look at verse 10. He said, he that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much, and he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. So the least in the kingdom of God is the unrighteous mammon. So money is the least as far as God is concerned and the kingdom of God is concerned. So listen to me, money is the least. Money is the lowest thing to talk about in the kingdom. Why are Christians making it a big job? Money shouldn't be a big job. No, money is the least. He said, he that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. And I say, if therefore ye have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon. So the unrighteous mammon is that which is least. So meaning that God sees money as the least you can ask. Is the least you can ask God. What you can ask God is the least. So don't waste your time with it. Don't waste your time with it. Money is the least. But Christians are making money like a big job. No, money is not a big work. Money is the least. You just need to be faithful in it. If you are faithful in that which is least, then God can give you the true riches. God can give you the true riches. So money will never answer to prayer. Praying for money, you are wasting your time. But if you are faithful with money, which is the least in the kingdom, then God will give you the true riches. God will give you the true riches. So stewardship is about faithfulness. You don't have to have a job to be faithful. Just be faithful in that which is another man's, and your own will be released to you. Just be faithful. Somebody is around you who also doesn't have a job, but you see they have a need for 500 naira. You give them the 500 naira. God has seen your faithfulness. God has seen that you can be trusted with that which is another man's. Then do you know what? Job will come out. Oh my God, I'm just out of time right now. But I want to believe, God, that you have gotten all the message about stewardship. Please, don't pray for job again. Don't pray for money again. Just be faithful in that which is another man's, and then that which is your own will be given to you. If you are faithful in that which is lost, which is least, the true riches will be given to you. Do you get what I'm talking about now? Stop praying. Just stay faithful. I want to tell you that Jesus Christ is Lord. I will see you when we come again your way on Monday with another series of teaching.